Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to another tournament. We are officially in the Elite 8 and it is going to be DJ versus Dan. Going to be a great one here tonight. These two teams were very impressive in the first round and they're here to go to the Final Four. Whoever wins tonight goes to the Final Four, so it is a big deal. It is a big deal, and who is going to take it? I don't know. I don't know who's going to take it, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun seeing these two teams. Of course, DJ's had a long history on here with wins. Probably has the most wins of anybody. And we're kicking things off with Pinhead. Pinhead is the first one here. So, yeah, Hellraiser himself is in the house, and he is about to raise it. And we got fire everywhere. Of course, we'll have a couple Karens in the crowd complaining how hot it is. You know, it's so hot. So hot. Well, you know, that's not our problem. You signed up for this. You bought the tickets. There's no refunds. Okay? So, and, oh my goodness. I think this is the worst member, and I believe it's Dan's team. Yes, it was Dan's first pick, and goofball, absolute goofball, worst peanut butter, you know, it tries to compete with Jif. Obviously it can't compete with Jif because he still thinks he's a child. And Peter Pan versus Pinhead, let's go. Destroy him, Pinhead, destroy him. And we'll see how far they can go, though. I mean, I don't think Peter Pan's going to go anywhere. To be honest with you, I don't. But we'll see. We'll see. But both teams have been very impressive in their first round wins. They were really good. And we still have a long ways to go. But what I love about this so much is it gives me, you know, time to get other stuff done because it's easy to do. You don't have to come up with the people and stuff. And I've praised this I don't know how many times. And we got Leon in the house. And Pan survived. We're about to go to number 4 here. And who is going to be next? Yeah, good luck lifting him out. Good luck. You're going to need it. And number 4, Liu Kang. Liu Kang. Of course, Liu Kang is a legend in the Mortal Kombat realm of things. He's not one of my favorites, and I don't think he's most people's favorites, but he's one of the most iconic. If there was to pick any iconic ones. And we'll see who's next. It's getting full in here, and we haven't seen anyone step up yet, and we got Danny Phantom at 5. Yeah, good luck with that one, Peter. Good luck with that one. Trying to figure out who's all on what team. And number 6 is Bane. Yeah, so a lot coming in for Dan. A lot coming in for Dan here. And it's getting a little bit crazy how many are coming in for Dan. And I don't know what's happening here. Well, there's been a 1 or 2 for DJ, but the rest are Dan. The rest are Dan, so not a good start. You don't want to get on 2K's bad side. And number 7 is Omega Red, my boy. My boy. Omega Red is the man. And I recently found I have these little metal Marvel figures. They're called die-cast Marvel figures. They're like 2 inches tall or 3 inches tall. And I recently found my metal Omega Red, and that's where it started. It started with that figure. I always thought he was cool. And then, of course, I upgraded to the 6-inch one. And they're probably never going to make a 12-inch one. But still, I got 2 of them. The only one I have more of is Dr. Doom. And Frankenstein is at number 8 here. No eliminations yet. And we are officially full, which means I'm going to have to really keep up in a second. With all the people getting tossed out. And could Danny be the first one? Yeah, Danny's done. And he seems to be the hardest one to find. He's the one I'm going to come back to him. Oh, it's Dan. So loss for Dan there. Danny lost Dan. Or Dan lost Danny. And we got Leon lost as well. And that, too, is a loss for Dan. I told you all that Dan had a bunch come in early into this. And, it's never good to have a bunch come in early. Could be catastrophic. We've seen it happen before. But we've also had a couple from DJ, so... Oh, and the double team. You guys didn't need to work together on that, okay? I could almost pick him up, probably. I mean, come on. You all need to send him out of here and back to Neverland where he belongs. That boy that never wants to grow up. He's trying to avoid work. We all know it. Just admit it. You're trying to avoid working. That's all it is. And Bane is done. Wow, early for Bane, too. Another loss for Dan. Another loss. So not a great start. Like I said, DJ hasn't lost anyone. We got Walter White here. And we just have him keep on going. And see where we go. Frankenstein's always a monster to deal with. We got Captain Hook at 10. So, wow. We could have a showdown here between the two rivals. Captain Hook wanted to grow up and be a pirate. Maybe you should do the same thing, Peter. It's like, really? I hate his outfit, too. It's like a ripoff of Robin Hood. That's what it is. And oh my goodness, they're working together. Really? He's went that low. And if we get this elimination, that would be crazy. And we got Red Foreman in the house from 70 Show. Oh my goodness, we were actually going to see this, I think. This would be mind-blowing. Oh, no way. It might not happen. It might not happen. But if it happens, it'll be hilarious. And yeah, of course it's I can't see. Well, he's still in. I still see that horrendous green. Ah, man, that would have been cool. And of course Frankenstein takes him out. And that's going to be a loss for Dan. Definitely Dan's worst person. So Dan's already lost 4 people. DJ's lost 0. And that is just crazy. And a really rough start for Dan. He's got a couple also in here right now. DJ does have a little handful of people also right now. So it's not really out of control, but it's not a great start. And Franken is done. Wow, that's a big one too. A big loss there, I believe, for DJ. DJ loses his first. And he may lose another one if they know how to charge Red Foreman. And V is here at number 12. And Omega is finished. And a good counter there by Liu Kang, I believe. Dan loses another one. So that's 5 now. And DJ's only got 1. So, yeah, he lost Omega too. That's a big one. DJ did lose a very big person. One of his best people he definitely lost. And number 13 is Stitch. Got Stitch in the house. Stitch Burger. Punch Burger. I like doing Stitch. Stitch is my favorite. And I am excited for the live action. I am excited for that. Usually I'm not excited for all these live actions. I think they're pretty cheap and petty. But this is a situation where I think it could really use one. It'd be really cool to see. I just hope they do it justice, and I'm wishing the best. I wish the best for everything, but sometimes it doesn't matter how much good you wish for things; they just turn out to be trash in general. And Hook's in trouble. And Hook, And we got RoboCop, definitely one of the best ones here. And look at Pinhead, man. He's almost halfway. He's almost at the halfway mark. So what a great start for him. And we'll see how far he can go. And I always root for number 1. I always root for him more than anybody, no matter what the team is, because they are the most disadvantaged. And Liu Kang is really doing great for Team DJ. And I don't know what Walt's doing. He's definitely not using his brain. This is just not his strong suit. There's one scene in Breaking Bad where he confronts this guy who's a lot bigger than him, and he just gives him this dirtiest look ever, and the guy backs off. And when the guy leaves, he's almost out of breath, Walter is, because Walter wasn't going to be able to take him on. But sometimes they talk about this when it comes to a fight. This doesn't always work, and oh wow, Robo's done. So Walt did outsmart him finally. That's a big loss for DJ, by the way. Big loss for DJ. He's lost 2 of his best men. I believe. He still has another really good one. But back to that scene, it brings up the fact that sometimes if you can just intimidate someone, whether you can fight or not, it can work in certain situations. I don't think he cared. Because, and there goes V. Pinhead is on a roll. He's killing it. And a loss for DJ there. So DJ's starting to lose some. And he's got a bunch in right now. So, and Liu Kang's also going to be a loss for DJ. I remember him being on the team. And 15 is Tyson, who had a fantastic first round. He did. He had a phenomenal first round. And I was definitely rooting for him, and I hope he does good in this one. I really do. He had a phenomenal first round, and he's already wrecking house. And Pinhead's at the halfway mark. So, and look at Red Foreman. He's going to take down Walt. Another loss for Dan there. Dan loses another one. And but it's still not too bad yet. I believe it's like 6-4, so DJ has lost some recently here that has definitely changed. It hasn't really shifted gears yet, but it's not as bad as it was for Dan. Dan didn't start off great. And Superman 16. So Superman coming in at 16, the Henry Cavill one. I wish we could have that one again. I really do. This new guy, though, I'm going to give him a chance. I think he's on the show. Is he the one that does Superman and Lois or something? So I think he's on like a show related to that. So, I mean, if anyone could do the job, he could. He already is. I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% on that. And 17 is Black Noir. Noir. My awesome character. From The Boys, probably my second favorite. Of course, you know I can't stand the Deep. And Red Foreman's going to be a loss for DJ. And 18's Willie, who's not going to do well at all, because he never does. He eats too much chocolate. You can't win when you eat too much chocolate. You just can't. The odds are always out of your favor when you eat too much chocolate. Plain and simple. Look at Tyson go. And he... Yeah, Tyson is my favorite boxer of all time, by far. And, you know, a lot of people say Muhammad Ali's the best, but, oh, man, that's unfortunate there. Hook and Tyson done. That's a loss for both teams, by the way. So really close there, and Stitch may have tied it. Stitch was a loss for DJ, so that may have tied it. Now Nigel Thornberry is here. Pinhead's still in this thing. And we are almost 20 minutes in, and he's still killing it. I mean, someone must have touched the box. That's all, the only equation that I can come up with. Someone touched that dumb box. That puzzle box. Why would you want to play with the puzzle box to begin with? I mean, I don't like puzzle. I hate Rubik's Cubes. So you don't have to worry about me playing with the box. That's for sure. That puzzle box, I actually wanted one, though, from Amazon. But it was too high. It's like $20 for a box that you can barely open. And also you have the possibility Pinhead's going to kill you. So you also have that possibility, or the possibility you'll have to watch Hellraiser Revelations. One of the two. And Ghostface is 20. Wouldn't that be horrible if you opened up that box and then you were forced to watch that movie? That would be terrible. So we're about to get another one here, and we are getting close. And wow, 21, and Pinhead's still rolling. And it's Gaston. 21. 21 is him, so yeah, impressive performance, 2/3 of the way done. Definitely going to Mania if he wins. If he wins, he still has a little way to go. But impressive in performance. I can't believe it. You expect it from some of the super heavyweights, but sometimes you get some of these guys in and they're just so ambitious to win this thing. And he is part of Team Dan, so he's definitely helped Dan with his rough start. And 22 is Red Ranger Ninja Storm from the Ninja Storm series. One of the only ones I watched. I watched Time Force and Ninja Storm pretty well. and Mighty Morphin a little bit, but I was really devoted to Time Force and Ninja Storm. And Ninja Storm, I always remember one of the, everybody talks about their crush with Kimberly. I like the light blue Ranger. And you all know I love that color. So maybe that had something to do with it. I mean, it's kind of, I like that color of blue. And that might be the reason why. But I also like it, it's a little bit different color, also blue, that my character has worn the jacket that he's wore before, way long time ago. And he's also wore it a couple times. But I do love that. I don't know, I forget what that blue is called, but it's like a really light blue. And I think that came from her. I really do, because not only did I think she was beautiful, but I also I thought her costume was cool. She had a really cool design. So that whole series, all those, whether it be the guys or the girls, they all had cool Ranger outfits. It's probably one of the best ones. And Willie's done, so that's going to be a loss for DJ. So no chocolate for Willie, and Pinhead still surviving in this. Nigel also a loss for DJ. So now it is, the tables have turned. The tables have turned, and I think it's in Dan's favor unless I miss something. But it's starting to go toward him a little bit, but it's still really close. But wasn't a hot start for him. And I'm telling you, Pinhead was like, forget the starts. He's gonna try to go all the way, which it would be crazy if he could pull it off. And also DJ, he's starting to get people in, piling up. So nobody really, you get one team all in at once, and then the other team all in at once. It really takes the fun out of things, but it is what it is, And I hate that saying, but I keep on using it. But there is some really good ones left on, I believe, both teams that we have to count for. And 24, Captain Planet, that is not one of them. That's definitely not one of them. Even though I believe he had a really good one here recently, but I still like to discredit him, I still like to discredit him. And I'm sure he's not a fan of me because of I'm pro Cole. So I'm sure he doesn't like me, and I don't care. Okay? And Ghostface has been eliminated. That's a loss for DJ, so he's like down to 5. And we got Dr. Asterix here. Speaking of Cole, we also have Harry Warden, who's an amazing miner himself. He's a killer one. Though. And I need to watch that again. I'm planning to watch that Halloween. I'm definitely going to watch that. It is on my list of things to watch. Yeah, we got Harry versus Cap. Let's do it. Harry versus Planet. Of course, it's never going to happen. It's going to be the other way around. And, I'm all for cleaning up the environment. I think we need, when it comes to, I hate the idea of getting rid of gas cars. I really do. I think you need to have both. It's really dumb to have just one of, I'm not trying to get all political like all the other people do. But, and just for getting a little bit, I have officially, because Superman and Gaston both a loss for DJ. Oh, man. Well, I know people on both sides that agree with me. You have to have a little bit of both. You can't rely all on electric, and you can't rely all on gas. So you have to have both. There's competition is good. And I get it. Gas is probably not the best environmentally, but you cannot rely on electric forever. And there's all kinds of issues with that. So it needs to be, you need to have both, in my opinion. You always need to make changes for the environment and be like Captain Planet, but you also have to notice that other countries are not going to be Captain Planet. They're going to be Captain Pollution. One country in particular that I can think that's a communist country that's Captain Pollution. But anyway, enough said. And Planet's still in it. Oh, we finally lost Pinhead, though. Oh, wow. So he made it to like 26, which is impressive. And Dan, you should be proud of your boy. You should be proud of him. I'm proud of him. And I think you lost Black Noir and I missed him. So that's also a loss for Dan if I missed him. And there goes Harry Warden. Going to be another loss for DJ. Things are not looking good for Team DJ. I'm getting 2 people left for Team DJ. One's already in. Oh, they're both already in. So if calculations are correct, which I think they are, DJ's now in trouble. He went from being very good, comfortably in this, to being now in trouble. So he's got 2 left. And according to my list, Dan should have 6. So I may be off by 1, but I know for a fact DJ has 2 left. Dan has the rest. So it's all up to Uncle Phil and Dr. Doom here for Team DJ. And He-Man at 29 is a nightmare. And that's a nightmare. Because I've talked about how great he is. How he puts on a heck of a performance every time. And he is an absolute nightmare. He's the last person you want to see in the final feud. Look at Art doing backflips on people and Jiren's 30. So Jiren's 30. And yeah, it's not looking good for Team DJ. It is completely full. He's only got 2. Dan's got 6. So we'll see what happens. Can Doom and Uncle Phil work together? That's a weird combo. Very weird combo, but they're going to have to do what they got to do. Wow, so we got 8, and they're not leaving anytime soon. And Uncle Phil gonna smash Art there. And I can't feel sorry for Art. He is just vile. Okay, I don't feel sorry for Art at all. And if he gets punished in here, and he's gonna try to take Uncle Phil out, of course he is, because he's heartless. So now DJ's only has Dr. Doom. That's all DJ's got, and Dan lost Planet there, and Doom, oh my goodness, Art the Clown. rains on DJ's parade, taking out the final two, doing his job to take down Team DJ. Wow. What is the odds of that he takes both of them out? And DJ's went on record saying that he doesn't like Art. And he won't watch his films, which, honestly, for most moviegoers, I kind of, if you say something like that, I kind of don't blame you. You have to be a little messed up to watch those movies. You just do. And I'm sorry to all the people that love them. You have to be a little bit messed up at this point. And maybe it wasn't at your choice. Maybe the movie messed you up when you saw it. But, yeah. But anyway, Art the Clown Man taking down two of DJ's final people. So it started off with Dan came in. He had a lot of his own people. Pinhead did have a great performance, but it was looking bad for Dan, and then it went the other way around. And then sometimes when it does that, you get let's say you have your half of yours come out, and then the other half come out, and then it evens out at the end. But it wasn't the case in DJ. They all came out in the middle. So that was the biggest issue for his team, and why they didn't win this thing. And I hate to see it like that, but I still think that both teams are really good, but Dan does have, I think, the better team in this situation. Besides Peter Pan. Peter Pan's a joke. But we are down to 5. So who's going to win for Team Dan? I mean, they've already won. And Jiren, oh wow, He-Man already finished. So that's kind of a shocker. And Jiren came in at 30. And Ninja Storm's been in for a while. Piccolo's been in for a while. So who is going to take this all the way is the question. Who is going to go the distance? Art had a chance to take down Jiren. And we are down to these 4. Dan's already submitted for the final 4. So congratulations to Dan. DJ, you did your best, but, the game kind of, it kind of wasn't that fair. And there goes Ninja Storm. So we are now down to 3. Some of these DBZ characters, they've been killing it. They have been killing it in this tournament. With some great performances. But this is for the Final 4. So whoever wins this thing goes to the Final 4. And Jiren, yeah, Art's not going to pick him up. Jiren has a good shot at this. He's number 30. And Jiren, yeah, easy takeout there. So this is the showdown. And Jiren came in at number 30. He's definitely one. He's top 5 for Dan's team, I would say. He's in the top 5. But now he's got to take down this clown, man. And you cannot underestimate Art. He's already took down DJ's team. The question is, can he take down Jiren? And we are down to 2. I would say this is for the Final 4, but it's already been determined that Dan will advance. And, yeah, he's got a good team. I mean, if we look at his team, even some of his light heavyweights are really good. Ninja Storm, Art, and Jiren just slapped Art. So Art may have met his match And, of course, Jiren was also number 30, so he has that going on for him, too. And Jiren just shoves him back. And Art cannot believe it. He better believe it. And look here. And Jiren, what, showing off, really? You're going to show off after the thing's over. Show off after the thing's over. He looks like an egg. I mean, his head looks like an egg. An egg with eyes. And he's really thinking like an egg does right now. And Art, he's going to try to lift him out. I don't think it'll work, though. Okay, so he's going to... Yeah, I don't think it's going to work, man. Jiren has his weight as an advantage. He also has the entry as an advantage. So Art is doing anything he can to try to, take him out. But Art's still fighting. I mean, Art's like almost invincible in this. So who is going to take it? And Art, oh, what a counter. What a counter by Art. Jiren had a great opportunity to finish this thing. And now Art dragging Jiren. He's going for the charge, and he is successful. Unbelievable. Unbelievable performance by Art the Clown. Winning this thing and also taking out both of DJ. And don't point at the sign. No. Calm down. You're not going to WrestleMania. Calm down. Calm yourself. Okay, wait a second. Don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Do not give me that look. Oh my God, there's something wrong with this guy. Whoever made him, I think, has issues too. They did a great job, though, so thank you. But I am questioning your sanity. But it was a great victory motion, great entrance motion, great movesets, just across the board, great creation. And congratulations to Dan. He's officially going to the Final Four. I will see you all later, and thank you. We have a couple more until the Final Four, and then we'll be ready.